Shalom, Israel. This is part 7 of the Bible's true book. We're going to start with Matthew chapter 24 and verse 4. And Jesus answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Now, who came in the name of YAHAWASHI and said that they are Christ? First, it was Caesar Borgia, who is the son of Pope Alexander III. Okay? This was during the Renaissance. Caesar Borgia had a gay boyfriend named Leonardo da Vinci, whom everybody is pretty familiar with. Now, Leonardo da Vinci painted pictures of Caesar Borgia, okay, a lot, because that was his boyfriend. Now, they will not teach you this in school. When I was in school last year, art class, we was learning about that boy Leonardo da Vinci. All they say is that he liked to paint pictures of Jesus. They never said he painted pictures of his gay boy Caesar Borgia. That's the real story behind it. He painted pictures of his gay boyfriend Caesar Borgia, and then Pope Alexander III used them as the new picture of YAHAWASHI. Okay? He came in the name of Jesus Christ and deceived everybody. Okay? He deceived the whole world. Now, that was the first one. Now, he's not the only one who did that. He was not the only one who came in the name of Christ. Who else? You got Haile Selassie, the Ethiopian man. You got people in Jamaica praying to this man. The Rastafarians, they pray to this man. They think that's YAHAWASHI. They think that that's Christ. Nah, and then you even got a brother. You got a brother who came in the name of Christ. Yahweh ben Yahweh. Now that's right there. That makes me sad. You have a brother came in the name of YAHAWASHI. He blasphemed the name of YAHAWASHI. He said Jesus never exists. What else he said? Oh, Christ never exists. I am the Son of God. And then everybody in that church was just jumping up and down. Yes! Yes! Now, he deceived many. They got thousands of people who follow this guy. Yahweh ben Yahweh. So he's saying that his name is Yahweh. He's the son of Yahweh. Crap like that. He's saying that he's the true son of God. Like, YAHAWASHI is not the true son of God. Like, he's the son of God. He deceived many. So it's right here. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. So here Christ is saying, you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It ain't talking about no regular wars, because they always had wars since the beginning. This is talking about some huge wars. Wars overseas, like the World Wars, World War I, World War II, and World War III that's coming. That's the kind of war it's talking about, okay? Well, you got whole continents fighting against each other. From one side of the ocean to the other side of the ocean. There's never been a war like that. Well, 5, 6, 7 countries fighting against each other. Never. Ever in history has a war been like that. That's new stuff. That's how you know we're in the last days. Verse 7. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, just like I said. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes and in diverse places. So it said famines and pestilence. What is famines? Famines is when a group of people goes in a long period of time with a very small amount of food and water. If you go, you see famines all over the world. You see they got famine in America. They got famine in India, famine in Asia, famine in Africa, famine everywhere. There wasn't always famines like that in the Bible days. The Bible speaks of the Egyptians going through famine. Okay. You know, sometimes even talk about the Israelites going through famines for breaking God's laws. Like if you read Lamentations chapter 5 verse 10, it'll tell you our skin was black like an oven because of the terrible famine, you know. So, but this is some serious famines that's going on today. Now, you got people in Africa just lining up begging for food. People in Haiti lining up begging for food. They wasn't bad famines like that in the biblical times. These famines are new. Okay, now let's keep reading. Okay, it said pestilence. Pestilence means plagues or diseases. You see that everywhere around the world as well. You see diseases that haven't even that didn't even exist or wasn't even high or wasn't even heard of during the biblical times. Like Ebola, for example, okay? Or even flu. Cause it probably was called something else, but you won't hear it at all throughout the Bible. But anyway, and earthquakes. Now, if you look at statistics, you will find out that there are more earthquakes today than ever before. Okay? All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Right there. YAHAWASHI is talking to the Israelites. He's saying, one day, you shall be afflicted. You shall be hated of all nations, and they shall kill you. We're going to get the understanding of that later. Actually, like right now. No, let's skip to verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. It said, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached throughout the entire earth. Okay, now look. That's how you can tell Christianity is not the gospel. Christianity has been preached throughout the entire earth since the 1700s. But has YAHAWASHI came back yet? No, he's not. The end has not come. Because Christianity is not the true gospel. Knowing that, okay, first of all, what does gospel mean? Gospel means good news. When the Spaniards was forcing the Latino tribes to learn they crap, was they feeling the good news? When they was forcing Native Americans to learn that, was they feeling the good news? Was they happy to hear that? When they forced it on us, the Negroes, was we happy to hear that? Was we happy to learn that all God was white? No, it was not. That's not the gospel. It made us angry. It made us rebel. It can't be the gospel. They forced that on us. They killed us for it. Also, gospel means good news, right? When every time you go to church, if you understand what the preacher is saying, a lot of times people don't understand jack from church. But if you are lucky enough to understand what your pastor's saying, does that make you want to run around and tell everybody? No, it doesn't. But when you find out that you're an Israelite and you find out that you are God's chosen, didn't you want to run around and tell everybody? Yes, you did, because that's the true gospel. That is the true gospel, according to the Bible. Now, it said, and this gospel shall be preached throughout all the earth, because the Israelites are scattered all throughout the earth. It's not talking about to other nations. It's talking about to the Israelites, because we are scattered throughout the entire earth. Let me get that. Let's get a precept for that. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. See, that's why they need the gospel. They've been in all places on earth serving other gods, okay? And when it said wood and stone, it's actually symbology for Christianity and Islam, because Christianity is wood for the cross, Islam is stone for the cobblestone that they worship. Now, doesn't that sound real as crap? Now, also, like here, verse 15. When ye therefore see the abomination of desolation, what is the abomination of desolation? The Roman Empire, the Edomites, okay? When ye shall see the abomination of desolation, spoken of by Daniel the prophet, stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. So, yeah, I could get a precept for that. Let's go to Luke chapter 21, verse 20. They got a precept for that. Luke chapter 21 and verse, let me find it. Luke chapter 21, verse 20, right here. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, who are the armies? The Roman Empire. Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Okay? YAHAWASHI is speaking again to the Israelites, telling them, if you see Jerusalem surrounded by the Roman Empire, know that Jerusalem's destruction is near. Okay? Then let them which are in Judea flee into the mountains. What are the mountains? The mountains is the same mountains that Jesus ran to when he was his family took him to when he was a baby. Egypt. Mount Sinai. There's a lot of mountains in Egypt. So when it said run into the mountains, it's talking about Egypt. Okay? And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. For these are the days of vengeance, that all things which are written must be fulfilled. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land, and wrath upon this people. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. So yeah, I could get a prophecy. I could get a historical account of that. Now this is the book of Babylon, from Babylon to Timbuktu. Rudolph Arinser. Okay. It's a black man. He was a scholar. He went to Africa, Jerusalem, Mesopotamia. He knows what he's talking about. I'm gonna go to page 84. Second paragraph of page 84. Right there. In the year 65 BC, Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem. In 70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. During the period of military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. Now, YAHAWASHI said, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, which is the Roman Empire, run into the mountains. Whoever does not run into the mountains will fall by the edge of the sword. And whoever does will be led captive. Okay? So the people who stayed in Jerusalem are considered to be the residue of the people. It's right here said, many atrocities were committed. Atrocity means death. A lot of death was committed against a residue of the people. Let's keep reading. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa. Just like Jesus said, run into Africa, run to the mountains. Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. Just like it said, you'll be led captive into all nations. Just like, that's why I said it was full of black Jewish slaves, because the Israelites are black. Okay? They're Jews. Simple to understand. Now let's go back to the book of Matthew chapter 24. Let's go to verse 24. For there shall rise false Christs and false prophets. False Christ, Caesar Borgia, Yahweh ben Yahweh, Haile Selassie, and false prophets, Creflo Dollar, T.D. Jakes, all of them, okay? Jesse Jackson, all of them, false prophets. And your pastor, he a false prophet too, because he don't teach the laws. Malachi 2:7 says that the lips of the priest shall preserve knowledge, and men shall seek law at his mouth. But they don't do that. So he's a false prophet. And they be giving dances and singing. That's not in the Bible. Tithes, that's done away with. So what's the point? So, yeah. And for there shall arise false prophets and false Christs, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. So the very elect is the Israelites. These people are deceiving us. Even us. They're deceiving the whole earth, even the Israelites. We are being deceived. This Bible is a true book. Shalom.